where all the degree programs. I see. Yeah. So that is for the aviation industry.
Now you start the aviation.
But there are few other aviation schools also.
Yes, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. I'm honored to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate a momentous occasion, the CINEC Aviation launch. It is indeed a joyous occasion as we witness the expansion of CINEC study programs into the dynamic and captivating field of aviation. CINEC has long been a pioneer in providing quality education across a wide range of disciplines, from maritime studies to engineering, management, health sciences, information technology, humanities and education, chemistry. CINEC has consistently excelled in developing future leaders and professionals. And today we mark another milestone in this incredible journey. CINEC is proud to expand its spectrum in this exciting world of aviation, building on its strong foundation of excellence and innovation. By launching more study programs in aviation, CINEC opens up new avenues of education and career opportunities for aspiring individuals who wish to soar high in the aviation industry. Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with the Sri Lankan tradition and to commence today's proceedings, I would like to invite the following distinguished guests in lighting the traditional oil lamp. Chief Guest, Honorable Nimal Siripala de Silva, the Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation. Guest of Honor, Honorable Dr. Susil Premajayantha, the Minister of Education. Air Marshal Udeni Rajapaksha, Commander of the Sri Lanka Air Force. Captain Ajit Piris, Chairman and President of CINEC Campus. Engineer Atula Galketia, Chairman of Airport and Aviation Services. Mr. P. A. Jayakantha, Director General of Civil Aviation Authority. Mr. Buddhika Hevawasam, Country Manager of the International Air Transport Association. Mr. Mike Walter Moosbe, Chief Operating Officer, Air Seychelles. Mr. Vijendran Olaganathan, Head of Commercial, POS Aviation Malaysia. Admiral Thisara Samarasinghe, Senior Consultant CINEC. Captain Peshala Madagama, Vice President, Maritime International Cooperation and Foreign Projects. Mrs. Taranga Gamage, Vice President, Finance, Administration, Projects, Planning and General Affairs. Mr. Ajamba Basnat, Director, Singapore, BB Airways, Managing Director of Chariot Travels. Reverend Father Sylvester Ranasinghe, Vice Chancellor of Aquinas College of Higher Education. Deshabandhu Mahen Karyavasam, Chairman, Andrew, the Travel Company. Mr. Chandana De Silva, Manager, Government License, Sri Lanka and Maldives, Emirates, and one student representing the Aviation Department of CINEC Campus. Ladies and gentlemen, I would kindly request you all to please rise for the college song of CINEC.
With courage and the will, uniqueness as our strength, we'll climb all the mountains and reach the skies. We'll sail through the storms and march with the wind in the land and the sea, where our flames of glory shine. In the land and the sea, where our flames of glory shine. Competence and skills, hands-on training, they find our new wings. Beyond their graduate, with wisdom we will be. CINEC, CINEC, we are proud to be. In CINEC, CINEC, we do believe.
Please be seated.
There is one place that helped all of us achieve our dreams.
I looked for a place that would prepare me to take on any professional challenge with confidence.
I wanted to graduate not just as the top of my class, but with the ability to compete in the global arena.
I wanted to grow as a person, to become the best version of myself.
I was guided to a future beyond the graduate.
Welcome
To CINEC.
Welcome to CINEC.
Established in 1990, CINEC campus is the largest and most diversified non-state higher education institute in Sri Lanka. CINEC is the leader in maritime education and the longest-running maritime education facility. Since 2005, we have expanded our curriculum to include engineering and technology, IT, aviation, management, logistics, health sciences, hospitality, law, tourism, English language, education, HR, marketing, banking and finance, and more. Imparting knowledge, skills and competence, and gearing graduates to meet industry challenges. Today, CINEC accepts over 20,000 student registrations annually and offers a range of more than 200 educational and training programs, from certificate level to bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees.
Our aim at CINEC is to be a unique institute providing employable and disciplined youth to the international market. We always look at improving our standards and quality of delivery, which has been the main key to our success.
Our unprecedented growth can be directly attributed to our ability to consistently fulfill the expectations of the parents who entrust their children's higher education to us, as well as those of the multiple industries that look to us to provide them with accomplished, work-ready graduates. Managed by a board of highly qualified professionals whose astute judgment and absolute commitment and loyalty serve as the backbone of the Institute. It is no wonder that CINEC is widely commended for ensuring that its students achieve professional success, not just locally, but globally as well.
And right now I'm working in the international arena, and CINEC not only helped me to become a graduate, but also helped me to become much more than a graduate.
CINEC is the only institution that offers management level training to the Class 2 and Class 1 seafarers in Sri Lanka in the fields of navigation and marine engineering. Students in the Faculty of Maritime Sciences and the Faculty of Maritime Engineering enjoy state-of-the-art infrastructure and receive best-in-class technical training. The same standard of excellence extends throughout CINEC's other faculties of study, and students reap the benefits of the continuous investment made in providing them with top-of-the-line resources, including world-class laboratory facilities. Our affiliations with universities around the globe allow CINEC undergraduates and postgraduates to sit an entire program of study right here in Sri Lanka. CINEC's renowned part and full-time vocational training courses provide unparalleled, hands-on practical training and experience for those interested in entering the technical and industrial job markets. Our students benefit from the knowledge and wisdom of lecturers of the highest caliber, most of whom possess years of industrial experience. The industrial training and internships provided by CINEC are invaluable, enabling students to gain immense practical experience and insight, and often serving as long-term employment opportunities.
At the end of the 4-year degree, we are put out to the industry as fully fledged work-ready graduates who are able to take up any challenges in the industry.
CINEC's sprawling, purpose-built campus in Malabe is one of the best planned, contemporary and sophisticated campuses in the Asia-Pacific region, fully equipped with modern classrooms, advanced laboratories, technical workshops and training facilities. Our on-campus research centers give our final year students the ability to carry out their projects under expert supervision.
We have used CINEC because of the out-of-the-box thinking. We have used them primarily to train our team members in the shortest possible time to gain extensive technical knowledge, and that program has been a roaring success.
In keeping with our philosophy of providing students with holistic care and support, the campus is also equipped with a range of lifestyle, sport and recreational facilities. With branches in Nugegoda, Jaffna and Trincomalee, CINEC is dedicated to reaching out, giving more students the opportunity to be a part of the unique experience we offer. CINEC is responsible for the establishment and management of maritime training institutes in Fiji and the Seychelles, a testament to our global reputation. Operating under the highest globally recognized quality standards, this ensures that we remain on par with our international counterparts. We are proud to have been the recipient of numerous awards that highlight the consistent excellence of our performance. Community service initiatives involve all our students in projects that seek to make a positive impact on people and uplift those in need.
The comprehensive course structure at CINEC helps me gather in-depth knowledge and new skills, enabling me to achieve my career goals.
Today, I'm one of the executive members of the company and the Director Innovations at Orange Electric, and I really do believe CINEC's holistic approach helped me to get here.
As one of the world's top container lines, the performance of our vessels is vitally important, and that requires well-trained seafarers of the highest calibre, which is something Sri Lanka and CINEC delivers.
At CINEC, we take pride in our ability to groom exceptional professionals. But this is not our sole aim. Our unique outlook, principles and philosophy ensure that our graduates go into the world as well-rounded, disciplined, productive individuals with a strong moral code, leadership attributes and a determination to make a positive impact on the world they live in. CINEC, beyond a graduate.
Tiyabe sat samuduru jayagenena ahase ihaling ihalata sarana danumen nalut lokayama dinana mederane sabedu putun tanana niyamua obay apage niyamua obay niyamua obay ratatama niyamua obay
රටත් ඔබත් නවලොවට එතර කරන නියමුවා සිනෙක් උපාධියකින් එහාලුවකට.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now witness the welcome dance act performed by our very own students. Please enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite on stage President and Chairman of CINEC Campus, Captain Ajit Piris, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon. Our chief guest today, Honorable Nimal Siripala de Silva, the Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation. Our guest of honor today, Honorable Dr. Susil Premajayantha, the Minister of Education. Air Marshal Udeni Rajapaksa, Commander of Sri Lanka Air Force. Engineer Atula Galketia, Chairman of Airport and Aviation Services. Mr. P.A. Jayakantha, Director General of Civil Aviation Authority. Mr. Buddhika Hevavasam, Country Manager of IATA. Mr. Mike Walter Mosby, Chief Operations Officer of Air Seychelles. Mr. Vijindran, Head of Commercial POS Aviation Malaysia. Mr. Ajamba Basnet, Director Singapore, of Managing Director of Chariot Travels. Distinguished invitees, Directors of CINEC Campus, Senior Consultant and Vice President of CINEC, Deans, HODs, staff, and my dear students. At the outset, I would like to warmly welcome all of you today for the launch of CINEC Aviation vertical, the fourth vertical of CINEC Campus. The other three verticals being CINEC Maritime, Vocational, and Academic. It's another important day for CINEC Campus in the history of 34 years. For the benefit of all those who are here, maybe for the first time, I would like to take this opportunity to say a few words about our history. I am attached also to a group of companies called Airline, where I serve as an executive chairman. And in 1990, when it's one of the portfolios of Airline Group is the manning agents. We do the crew management, and that means we provide Sri Lankan crew for foreign ships. At that time, we found there is a big demand for Sri Lankan well-trained officers and engineers on foreign ships. At that time, the officer training and the engineer training was carried out on an NDT scheme at the Moratuwa University. Unfortunately, I'm talking about the training at that time. The training provided by them was not in line with the international requirement and the standards. And also the selection criteria was purely on academic results, which did not really provide competent and good people to the maritime or to the seafaring industry. We tried to convince the people who were there at that time to change the programs and the selection criteria to suit the international market, but they had their own reason not to do so. So I told two of my other partners at that time, okay, let's start our own training program and maritime academy. That is how in 1990, CINEC Campus came into the existence. Since then, since we are coming from the maritime background, our target was to provide quality people on board foreign ships. From the very first go, we were maintaining the international standards, and we were providing crew and the officers to all well-reputed world-class ship owners. So that was our beginning. We had a very humble beginning with a few classrooms in 2 floors in Colombo in our own office building, and then we shifted to the Fisheries Training Institute in Mattakulia, and finally, about 20 years ago, we purchased this particular property, which was a rubber land, and then we built one by one buildings and built facilities to what we are here today. We are so proud of our progress. Within about 15 years in existence, we reached to the top. We are the only maritime academy which trains and all the way to ship captains and chief engineers. And we are now the largest, the biggest maritime academy in South Asia. Then 17 years ago, we diversified from maritime to offer vocational training and also degrees. We started off with engineering and technology in tie-up with University of South Australia. And then we went on to expand the academic side to management and social sciences, and education and humanities and education, health sciences. Now our latest is Faculty of Science offering chemistry, and also Faculty of Computing. So we have 8 faculties, and our strength is we have 300 staff, permanent staff, and we have plus 200 visiting lecturers, and a student registration of 21,000 per annum in various programs. We offer almost 180 to 200 programs out of this campus. As you have seen on the promotional video, we have branches in Trincomalee, Jaffna, and Nugegoda, and very soon we will have some in Eastern Province, a place called Punani, offering our programs, and then we are looking at South as well to expand. We also have gone out of Sri Lanka, and the past 10 to 12 years, we have been managing the maritime academies on behalf of Seychelles, Government of Seychelles, and Government of Fiji. So that is where we have basically looked at expansion. Then we are now looking at establishing our foreign campus either in Myanmar, Indonesia, or Vietnam. So that's our progress. And when it comes to aviation, it was 10 years ago in 2014, we started aviation program, which is Aircraft Maintenance Diploma, which is a 2-year program, and that was the beginning of our aviation. The whole idea was to look at the transport sector in totality. So maritime to logistic and transportation which we have, and then of course aviation. We also, at that time, we wanted to start a flying school, but unfortunately certain restrictions and certain things which we faced in the airline industry with regard to utilizing the airstrips and airports. We looked at Mattala, we looked at Veeravilla, we looked at Katugurunda, we looked at Ratmalana, but none of them were coming through. And our partners who were from ST Aerospace in Singapore, they decided not to come to Sri Lanka, and they went elsewhere. But now, with the launching of vertical, the CINEC Aviation, we are now determined to get back to aviation in full scale. Though we have only aircraft maintenance thing, we will be expanding our engineering into other areas as well. So with that, we have we'll be starting the ground handling programs, We have already tied up with POS Aviation in Malaysia. The representative of POS Aviation is here. I would like to thank him for attending this function and also the support they have extended for us to start the ground handling program. And also, we will be starting cabin crew very soon, and we have got competent people to be with us and train them. And there is a big demand in the international market for well-trained cabin crew. I think I saw one advertisement or one clip that Emirates needs 4,000 or 5,000 air hostesses or for 2024. So that's the demand. That is only one airline. So I think we have a good potential to promote that. Our main idea of providing education is simply not to give you theoretical knowledge and give a certificate. We would like you all to be hands-on, well-rounded people who goes to the industry and from day one start working and supporting the industry. That's how I think we have been quite successful, not only in our maritime field, but that experience we have put into our other academic as well. So all these people, when they finish their programs, their 100% employability we are maintaining. So I am sure even in the aviation side, we will be doing the same. So that helps not only the student and the people, but that helps the country. Actually, since the Minister of Ports and Shipping is also here, so as you know, we have 16,000 seafarers in this country, active seafarers bringing $500 million per annum to the country. And I have initiated a program to make this 16,000 50,000. It's going a little slower. I wish it will really accelerate and help Sri Lanka, because when you put 16,000 seafarer bullet into 50,000 seafarers, we will be getting almost $1.5 billion per annum to Sri Lanka's foreign exchange earning. And then, of course, it's not only the earnings, it's the well-reputed jobs we are providing for all our Sri Lankan youths, especially from the villages, so their lifestyle and also village, and finally the country can be benefited. So these are the ways that we would like to look at the education side. So similarly, aviation, when you look at training people for ground handling, and they will find employment in Middle East airports and various other places, and they will bring foreign exchange. Air cabin crew, they will be serving on foreign airlines, and they will be earning foreign exchange and bringing foreign exchange to the country. And finally, with a flying school, what we are planning to have maybe one in years' time, that we will be providing and producing airline pilots. We are negotiating with a company in Switzerland, a company in Italy, and company in Malaysia for us to tie up with them and for them to have the flying school in Sri Lanka, and providing not only for the Sri Lankans, but for the people in the region to come here and train the pilots. So those are the things that we have in mind. And of course, when it comes to aviation, I would like to mention few names. When we started, it was Captain Chira Fernando, and then Mr. Rangapiris, late Mr. Rangapiris, Timothy Alvis. Then we have Christie, and also Air Commodore Vajra Pereira. Those are the people who helped us to start the aviation engineering program. And then, of course, today we have Nazir, one of our own students, heading that particular department. When it comes to other aviation sectors like ground handling and cabin crew and things like that, we have recruited and we have got Mr. Sarath Dasanayaka, a veteran in the airline industry from, I was told he's from Air Ceylon days, a long time back, and also Mayuri from Sri Lankan Airlines, who is also have been the trainer for cabin crew. And then, of course, we'll be definitely, with time to come, we will be employing more competent people to produce good people to the industry. So those are the things what I would like to mention. and our quality and our focus on producing competent, well-rounded people who are work-ready is our basis and our targets, which we have been quite successful. So in recognition of that, we have won so many awards, National Quality Awards and Asia Pacific Award, and recently we won the Presidential Award for Education Sector for 2022 and 2023. So we are having a very proud history and run up to now, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the staff of CINEC, present and past, for their contribution to make us to this particular position. For today's event, I would like to thank Admiral Samarasinghe, who was assigned to overlook the aviation side, though he's also from the naval background, to look at, and then of course with Sarath Dasanayake and Mayuri and the rest of the other people who have contributed to making this event a complete success. So, ladies and gentlemen, with those few words, I would like to wind up my speech, thanking each and every one of you for gracing this occasion and supporting us to make CINEC's Aviation a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Captain Ajit Pires. Next, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Vijendran Olaganathan, Head of Commercial Post Aviation Malaysia, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our chief guest, Honorable Minister of Shipping and Aviation, Mr. Nimal Sripala, Honorable Minister of Education, Mr. Susil Pramajanta, Mr. KDS Roachandra, Secretary of Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Aviation, Director General, Civil Aviation, Mr. Jayaganda, Captain Ajit, CINEC Chairman, and Admiral Trisara Samarasinghe, Senior Consultant, CINEC Campus. Reverend Pastor Sylvester Ranail Singha, Vice Chancellor, Happiness College of Higher Studies. Board of Directors of CINEC, and ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed guests. We are here today to celebrate a significant milestone, the successful signing of the Memorandum of Business Collaboration in between our esteemed organization, marking the beginning of the exiting journey. On behalf of Post Aviation, I extend our warmest congratulations to the entire CINEC campus, School of Aviation team, and inviting us here today for the auspicious event. Thanks once again. It is truly an honor for us to partner with CINEC and a re-owned institution in the aviation sector. The collaboration signifies the coming together of two organizations, committed excellence, innovations, and the advancement of aviation education. We are confident that this partnership will yield great results, particularly in rearmed ground handling training in both Sri Lanka and Malaysia. On our joint effort in training, supported by the expertise of Post Aviation, we surely elevate the standards of cargo, passenger handling, aircraft handling education in our respective regions. The collaboration not only represents a formal commencement of our shared journey, but also serve as a celebration of creation of new job opportunities for the future generation in the aviation industry. Together, we are dedicated to paving the way of excellence and innovation in aviation, education, setting a standard that will across the industry. As we embark on this journey together, we are confident that our combined expertise and dedication will make lasting impact, shaping bright future aspiring aviation professionals in this. Today's launch ceremony is a moment of pride for both organizations. It showcases our shared commitment to progress, growth, and unrivaled education opportunities in the field of aviation. We are grateful for our unwavering support and dedication in this collaborative endeavor. Let us continue to work hand to hand towards future defined in progress, growth, and equal education opportunities in the field of aviation, Congratulations to CINEC, School of Aviation, and thank you everyone who have contributed to making this collaboration a reality. Here the successful partnership and future filled with achievement and milestones, and thank you once again. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Loganathan. It is with privilege I now invite on stage Chief Guest of our event, Honorable Nimal Siripala de Silva, Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation, to address the gathering.
Good evening, everybody. Mr. Ajit Dias, the pioneer of your prestigious campus, CINEC, and Mr. Jayakanta, the Director General, Civil Aviation, and other dignitaries, distinguished invitees, staff of CINEC, and ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure and privilege for me to be the chief guest of this event, because you are a campus which has taken off from a very small beginning, but has gained a reputation, distinction in its work, and a great service to the nation and the world. You have started as a maritime academy to start with. Now you are not confined to the ocean. Now you are trying to conquer the skies also. So therefore we are very happy. Sri Lanka needs entrepreneurs, philosophers, and great personalities like Ajit Dias, who will really build this country and make this country a more sustainable place for our young graduates and our youth. So therefore, our government is indeed grateful to your campus, because the vision and the journey of His Excellency Ranil Wickremesinghe has stipulated the correct path for the young people of this country. He has embarked upon a very difficult task of convincing the people always to do the right thing, but not the popular things. He has taken a decision in our own cabinet that the education must not only be confined to the government institutions, schools, and universities, but it must be very much wide open to the private sector. Economy has to be managed. It is not the responsibility of the government to embark upon economic activities where you run businesses, etc., but you are only a regulator. But the opportunity must be given to the private sector in order, because we consider private sector as the engine of growth in the economy. So with this perception and principles which are adopting by our government, we had been able to take very bold decisions. Expanding the campuses and universities, educational institutions in the government sector has not shown a valuable result. It has shown some results, but according to the amount, the money we have invested, we have not got the correct return. We are producing graduates, who don't have jobs, who cannot compete with the international job market. But Ajit's version, I was very proud that it is employable and you said discipline. So that is what we want. Most of the graduates who have been educated in many of our government universities and institutions, are they employable? Are they disciplined? No. So therefore, in order to put this into the correct perspective, we need the private sector to commence more and more institutions like CINEC. Therefore, I am sure most of the problems which are facing in this country, we have an intelligent workforce in this country. We have very credible young groups, but how are we going to mold them into the need of the society and the need of the international job market? So therefore, both aviation and maritime industry are industries which are connected to the world. Most of our graduates who graduate from many of the universities here, it's very difficult for them because it is our fault. We have not given them the necessary English education, international perception, and the necessary discipline, and the necessary mindset to work in private institutions, both local and in the foreign arenas. So therefore, it is very necessary. We had to revamp our education methodology, institutions, etc., in order to achieve these goals. So therefore, our government has already taken a decision that we will be providing the scholarships, loans, etc., for the students who are entering this private educational institute. So that shows the departure from the earlier notions, and we are at the correct path. I am sure that most of the students, the young people, will take advantage of this situation. I am sure I had been an admirer of many institutions. In my own province, we didn't have a university. I pioneered the establishment of the Uva Vellasa University. Now we got a medical faculty also this year. And 85% of the graduates who are graduated from the Uva Vellasa University, they find employment within 6 months after graduation. So we have ensured that all the job creation, value addition, all these new things are added to the university curriculum. So therefore, it is high time for us to promote the private sector, private educational institute, because there had been a norm, there had been a myth in this country, still that is there. If you take JVP, Janata Vimukti Peramuna, they don't tolerate any of these institutions. Do they? They say everything must be done by the government. But some of the educated people are also, some up here also are behind them. So I don't see any education in them. Because they want ragging in their universities. and sexual abuse. So those are the things, how they collect the people for their party activities and within the universities. So I'm sure your campus will not tolerate all that. So therefore, we have a great admiration for such campuses where they don't tolerate ragging and have all sort of sexual abuses in that nature, which we find in many of the universities in Sri Lanka. So that is a menace. So therefore, the private sector orientation is needed for both of these fields. These are very vast fields. If you take Philippines, 10% of their workforce is seafarers. They bring a lot of foreign exchange. But why not Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka is an important hub, center point in the Indian Ocean, but we have not been able to do so. So therefore, we need institutions of this maritime, more and more maritime institutions here, to produce not only normal seafarers, but engineers and high-quality professional personnel in the maritime field. Same in the aviation sector also. If we take our civil engineering section, if you take the mechanical engineering sections in Sri Lankan Airlines, they are the best. But they are very good engineers. But of course, they have certain deficiencies because they don't have the private sector orientation. So we need more and more technical people in the aviation sector. So I am happy to see that Ajit has started this new venture that is training engineers and technicians, ground handling personnel, and cabin crew in the aviation sector. You have added some color and glory to the aviation sector also, so which is very commendable. So therefore, I am sure aviation sector also expanding in Sri Lanka. Now more and more flights are coming. Our airports has to be managed well. So we need trained professionals, especially in ground handling, etc. So therefore, some of the complaints we get in our airport is our ground handling system is very weak. We have to go into the new era and ensure that the digitalization and technology is infused into both maritime and aviation sectors. Therefore, we need the technological transfer from other countries, from other institutions, etc. And I'm sure, as Ajit has started, you have many collaboration with many other countries and institutions where we can gather more and more resources and for the technological transfer from those institutions. So therefore, Sri Lanka was a bankrupt country about a year or half ago. We declared ourselves bankrupt, and there was no leader for this country to rescue this country from bankruptcy. As a senior minister in parliament, we were searching for a person. We went behind all the leaders who are clamoring to be the president of this country. But everybody refused to take the leadership at that stage during the difficult period. Only His Excellency Ranil Wickremesinghe came forward and he bluntly, without any fear, took the challenge. And I think you all will know he has rescued the country, but of course under very difficult circumstances. It's a painful exercise. Because when a patient is about to die, you can't give him the sweet medicine. You have to give him medicine which he doesn't like. You have to give him some bitter medicine, so which cannot be helped. But of course, the nation which is going to die and collapse has been taken away from that position with that leadership. So therefore, I hope your institution also will ensure that not only the professionals, but people who can give the leadership in their own fields and to the political arena of this country also should come from institutions like CINEC. So that is what I pray. So therefore, it is indeed a great pleasure again to be here, and I got this opportunity to air some of my grievances about our education sector and all that, and we are in the correct path. Now I am happy. I was in the airport today morning also. I was in the port all the time, at least 2-3 days a week, and we are developing the port, and our transshipment container numbers are going up, and our passenger arrival last month was 200,000 last month, and we hope that it will increase in time to come. So therefore we need more trained professionals, personals also, and we need to service the aircraft, ships, and especially in the area of maritime sector. Now we have to go for zero emission in both sectors, which is a challenge for every one of us. So we have to go, to ensure that a lot of investment should go for green hydrogen, ammonia, etc. So therefore it's a challenging time for both industries, both maritime, because you will know that the students who are studying now in the maritime sector about these engines and all that, they have to be, their knowledge has to be diversified, how you are going to switch back to the zero emission and use green hydrogen and ammonia. So the new curriculum, your curriculum also has to be changed. So therefore it's a challenging task, both in the maritime and in the aviation sectors, how you could manage with this international competition also, because both the maritime and the aviation market are very competitive market. Being a small island nation, still we are competing with many of the airlines, many of the ports, and we have kept up to very high standard, professional standards, both in port and the airport. So therefore, we need to ensure that your curriculum that will be taught in these institutions are also updated according to the present requirement. And at the same time, we have two bottlenecks. One is in the aviation sector. We can produce any number, many pilots, but getting them the necessary number of flying hours to be a fully fledged pilot who can operate 320 or 330 or a bigger aircraft is a problem. So that's the bottleneck. So how are we going to do that? So we need to think. We need international collaboration on that. Even in the maritime sector also, I was speaking to Ajit. We have only 2 ships owned by the government. The Mahapola trainees, we are using them to give them the deck training and other trainings, etc. But that is not enough. There are a lot of people who are coming into this field, but after graduating themselves in the universities and the institutions, they have to wait for a very, very long time to get into a ship. So how are we going to sort this out? So therefore, now I have brought the cabinet memorandum before the cabinet to ensure that more ships under the Sri Lankan flag to be registered, to liberalize the registration of ships in Sri Lanka, to appoint agents who can bring more and more ships to be registered in Sri Lanka. So that will be taken up tomorrow in the cabinet, I am sure. With that, the maritime sector, we will be able to attract, at least if we can attract 50 to 60 new ships under the Sri Lankan flag, surely it will be conditional upon such things that they should at least take 10 to 15 our cadets and our people who have been trained in these institutions. So that is my solution to the problem. So with that, Honorable Susil Premajayantha, my colleague, he has to be in Parliament at 4:30 to adjourn the Parliament as the leader of the House. So he too wants to tell me to express his good wishes for the CINEC campus and his admiration for the great work you have done. So with that note, I take this opportunity to thank the CINEC campus and the organizers for the excellent ceremony you have done today, and thank you very much for inviting me once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And please remain on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the most looked forward moment of this evening, the launch of CINEC Aviation. May I now invite our chief guest, Honorable Nimara Siripala de Silva, Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation, accompanied by President and Chairman of CINEC Campus, Captain Ajit Piris, to place the palm on the screen and officially launch CINEC Aviation. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time to the launch of the new CINEC vertical, CINEC Aviation. Now we would like to present a token of appreciation for our esteemed guests who graced this occasion in the midst of their busy schedules. To present the tokens, I would like to invite on stage Chairman and President of CINEC, Captain Ajit Piris, accompanied by Senior Consultant Admiral Tissara Samarasinghe and our two Vice Presidents, Captain Peshala Madagama and Mrs. Taranga Gamage. To receive the token of appreciation, I would like to invite on stage Honorable Nimal Siripala de Silva, the Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation. Air Marshal Udeni Rajapaksha, Commander of the Sri Lanka Air Force. Engineer Atula Galketia, Chairman of Airport and Aviation Services. Mr. P. A. Jayakantha, Director General of Civil Aviation Authority. Mr. Buddhika Hevavasam, Country Manager of the International Air Transport Association. Mr. Mike Walter Mosby, Chief Operating Officer, Air Seychelles. Mr. Vijindran Olaganathan, Head of Commercial Post Aviation, Malaysia. Mr. Ajamba Basnat, Director Singapore BB Airways, Managing Director of Chariot Travels. And Reverend Father Sylvester Ranasinghe, Vice Chancellor of Aquinas College of Higher Education. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we draw closer to end of today's proceedings, I would like to invite on stage Senior Consultant Admiral Tissara Samarasinghe to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening to all of you. I consider it as a very high privilege and profound honor on behalf of Captain Ajit Peris and the staff of CINEC to deliver the vote of thanks. Honorable Nimal Sirupara Silva, your presence today at the special event, both handling our two major streams, now with aviation and shipping, I'm no one better that we would have had for this launch. And I, on behalf of all of us, convey our deepest appreciation and thanks to you, Honorable Sir. An education institute, in absence here, I will thank Honorable Sushil Premajanta. This is his second visit to our campus in less than 3 months. It's a privilege to have the Education Minister with us who is supporting our endeavors, and I thank on behalf of the campus for his gracious presence. My former military colleague, I'm very proud to say that, Air Marshal Udeni Rajapaksa, who controls the skies, are with us. Dear Marshal, I'm very grateful to you for accepting our invitation at CINEC and making your presence and staying throughout the program. Our foreign visitors who accepted our invitation, made all their long distance, travel from Seychelles, Singapore and Malaysia, it gives a lot of courage and confidence that the interest that you have shown us. Then our Sri Lanka's aviation industry regulators, none other than the Civil Aviation Director General as well as the Chairman of the Airport Authority, are with us today. Along with these leading personalities, our industry colleagues and would-be industry colleagues are here. You have brought us not only your best wishes, what you have brought us is something very special that I appreciate. The confidence that you are giving us with your gracious presence today will lead for us to work harder and move forward in developing our friendship. We have our competitors here, our industry partners. CINEC is built on the confidence of the industry and the parents and the students. As Captain Ajit said, we started with 24 students. I would very proudly say, with permission from my president, that we didn't build massive universities with grants and free land, but we build the confidence of the industry and the parents, and that is how we expanded. Reinvesting on education. So we can imagine had this noble idea of Captain Ajit Peris not conceiving in his mind and not putting to practice if CINEC was not there the last 34 years. So with that, I give you a profound appreciation for being with us today. Your mere presence is making the event very colorful, but the underlining confidence that you are giving, the appreciation that you are giving us that confidence to work hard, and we can see the confidence of the industry. In addition to get this event organized, of course, the industry was known to Sarath Dasanayak and Mayuri Hangwalage, whom we came on board CINEC very recently. I thank them for their initiative and hard work they put in, and the entire staff of CINEC who rallied around this particular event and get this organized. I convey my appreciation. And to all other outside support services that came our way. Ladies and gentlemen, after this event will be concluded very soon, we have a ceremonial opening of our ground handling classroom. So it's a little walk around the campus. You have an aircraft in campus to see. We have one of the latest ship handling simulators, along with the engine room simulator for you to see. We have a ship in campus, but it's just a walk around. You will see what this gentleman who conceived this idea has built for our nation. So I request you to follow us outside from this door, walk through. You have our colleagues around you, they will guide you. Go to the classroom first. It's a small classroom, all of you will go in, and then you can have a look. Then we come to the aircraft and aircraft workshop, and we will get to our cafeteria for a networking and refreshments. So with that, I convey our deepest appreciation, thanks for your gracious presence this evening, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude today's event, I would like to kindly request you all to please rise for the national anthem of Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your participation. Have a pleasant evening ahead.